Welcome to the Improve It podcast. Here she is, Cristy Mercier. Hey, welcome to the Improve It podcast.
Hello.
Hello. My favorite thing is when I'm recording with somebody else, if I'm on their show and I'm not, and everyone is amazing. The world is amazing. But like, we'll be having a sidebar conversation before we hit record. I'll be like, hey, Ada, and we're laughing, cutting up. And then somebody's like, hey, welcome to the Improve It podcast. So anyway, I felt like I just did that. But welcome to the show. And you've been on here before. If you are a new listener, we'll drop some links.
First-time caller, first-time listener.
First-time caller, first-time listener. We'll drop some links to other episodes that you've been on the Improve It pod. But quick, for the people who don't know you, who are you? What do you do at Improve It?
I'm Cristy Mercier. I'm head of finance. No, I'm kidding. I'm the director of talent. Lead facilitator. I do video editing sometimes, a little bit of that stuff, and just all around, giggle director.
Director of giggles. And that's true. And so you also lead our team of amazing improvisers and train them and make sure that they are ready to go. And then you staff them and also get all the logistics together for our workshops for them. So we would not do it without you.
I'm definitely going to start doing that part of my job because you named it all. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that was like actually me wanting you to do that part of it. That was like a manifesto.
Interesting. I should start doing that.
Could you
part.
do that? Because that was your job description. No. And how long have you been at Improve It, Cristy? I call you Crystal.
Oh. I have been 8 years, almost 9, which is insane. And if we're pushing it, it's soon to be 10 in another year. So,
so glad. You know what? This was also a show for us to really talk about time and calendar. If you're listening to this a year from now, she might have been at her 10 years. A year from now, if you're like, this is actually podcasts are the long game, Cristy, so people could be listening to this while you're in 10 years.
It's true. It's out there.
So, okay, I wanted you to come on the show, not only because everyone loves you, but because we're going to talk about gift giving. It's the holidays.
Holidays. Yes.
Holidays. And it's just a crazy time of year. And I know people, leaders especially, sometimes get really stressed out when it comes to thinking about all that they have to do, not only as a leader for year end, but also the gifts and the things that they need to do to wrap up the year for their team. So I want to start by asking you this. What's the best gift you've ever received, just in general, from anybody?
Just in general. This is, I've been very blessed. I have gotten some amazing gifts in my lifetime. A physical gift. Can I just say most recent because it's like top of mind? I don't know. I've been really getting some amazing gifts, like a Peloton. I bought myself a Jeep Wrangler last year, so like a gift to myself, like happy birthday to me. But this year, the physical gift I got was a hot tub, which I'm just like, that's great, right? Like my
These
body
are
hurts.
all low ticket items.
They're low ticket. Okay.
I'm kidding. I'm saying
I feel like they're expensive.
They're very expensive gifts, but I mean, these are amazing. They're health and fitness related. They're taking care of yourself related. You gave yourself a gift. What is the best non-physical gift? So something that's
okay,
not like you can't hold it or like sit in it.
So I'm like a person, while naming those physical gifts are great, right? Like, I'm like, thank you so much. They're amazing. But like, for me, if I want to feel like love, I want quality time. So like the best gift anyone has ever given me is an experience that we do together. So for instance, some of the best, when I think about like my favorite birthday gift, it was when my dad said, surprise, I'm taking you to London for your birthday, my 10th birthday. And he surprised me with a trip to London. And it's something that I've had my entire life that I've always thought about. What's my best birthday? It was when my dad surprised me for a trip to London. And we had a week together where we just like explored London together. So
That's
it's like
at 10.
At 10. How do you top that? You don't. And it's
don't.
very hard to. And so the expectations have never been met ever since then.
Walter, way to come out of the gates just swinging. You got to ease that. That's like a 40th birthday gift.
It is a 40th birthday, but it's been like that. So, and the people that anytime someone does an experience for me, honestly, that's my favorite. So if I were to put it all into one box, quality time is just incredible to me.
I love that. Besides me, who is a leader? I know you were going to say me, so I'm just going to go ahead and say
that's awful.
Is it besides me? Like and maybe this isn't somebody who you've been led by, but who is somebody who you just greatly respect in your life?
Oh my gosh, Erin, I don't know. You were the one I was going to say.
Me. No, that's why I had her on the show. I wanted her to say me. No, I'm just kidding. But let me ask you this. So for somebody listening today who is a leader of a team, which is a lot of people, we got a lot of the Improve It peeps who are leading the peeps. What is, because I love that you said the gift of time. That's a gift of the experience. You and I have talked about this so much. Cristy and I travel together all the time. And so we get into these long, long conversations about life, all the things that you talk about on the road. But I know the love languages is a quiz that we've both taken. And that's one of your top love languages is gift of time or just,
and quality time and
quality time.
Mm-hmm.
So for a leader listening today, if they don't want to go out and spend a ton of money on physical gifts, what are some experiences or gifts of time that they could give to their team?
Honestly, for me, if it was amazing the time that you just like sent me $1 million check. That was top notch when you did that for me.
Yes, I know. And that went to all team members. That wasn't just Cristy. They all got $1 million.
Got a solid mill. And that really meant so much to me. But as far as I would say as a leader, I'll stick with that time element. Like, could you offer up your time before the holidays start, like a sit down where you talk about future, you talk about what give them some positive things that you've really appreciated that they did this year. I don't think it takes much for someone to feel appreciated. I know that you don't want me to say you as my favorite leader, but I think you give me the gift of like listening and setting goals and what I see for the future. And I think just having that time together, like uninterrupted time where we don't have to share space with anyone else and we can just focus in on our conversation together. That's a truly amazing gift to give. I don't know. I would say that where you have time, there's uninterrupted time to set goals, set positive feedback, that things that you've appreciated that they've done for the year.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. That's a good one. Because if you think about it, think about somebody, like one of my friends has 5 children. And I'm like, how do you give to each one of them? And what more than any of one of those 5 kids wants, more than like a train or like whatever, they want that quality time. They want that one-on-one experience. So as a leader listening here today, that is really energy. You're giving energy. You're giving yourself. You're giving uninterrupted momentum. So what are some easy ways that leaders can give energy as a gift to their team?
I think it's, either it's sit down time or it's creating space where, I'm a big believer in self-care and taking care. So like maybe it's a leader saying, hey, I want you to take this Friday and take it as a half a day and go do something that you love, that you feel like you need personally. Or for the remainder of this time that we have together, for the remainder of the year. I want everybody for the full week, take 15 minutes, go for a walk or take a meditation time, like something like that. Give the gift of time back to your employees or to your, showing them that you do care and respect that their personal time matters. And so that's one way I would say. The other way is maybe creating connections between, fellow employees. I think we tend to, like for Erin and myself here, we connect a lot, right? But like you've created that space for the end of the year when all of us are getting together and we're going to get to talk and I get to, have time with other employees and other people working for the company where not necessarily I do have that times, but you're creating that space for me. And I think that's important to build the culture and to show that you care about the culture of the company. So I think setting that space for that.
So individual time. And I love what you said there too. I'll never forget. And I think you're probably on this laugh break. We had one of our favorite clients, 𝗺𝗵𝗶𝗀𝗀𝘀. There's no favorites, but we love Kelly. And she was doing a laugh break with her team. And I'll never forget. This was like 15 minutes of her typical 1 hour call. And the call ended, or the laugh break ended. And she said, all right, so you have 45 minutes, team. Get out of your desk, get up, go take a walk, go rock around the block. Everyone works remote and give yourself this gift. And I think that's just so important. Like to me, that was the coolest thing I've ever seen a leader do on a call. And I love creating that space too for everyone to connect and give that gift of time to each other, because it's one thing to see each other at work and to see each other when you're doing the things that you're brought together to do. But there's so much that goes into just quality time spent with people that you work with. It just really deepens that trust and really creates good energy with the group. And I think that goes into this concept of paying attention to intentions of your team. So why do you think that's important? Why is paying attention to the intention of this quality time so important as a leader?
Yeah, I think, if we're talking about setting intentions and setting why, I think setting an intention out there that as a leader, this matters, that's important. And then like setting an intention for the conversations. Like, I think a lot of times we go into conversations and it leads to maybe somewhere different, or it's just all business. And I think setting an intention of, if we're talking about giving the gift of time, like setting an intention that this time that we have together is not business related. I would love to get to know you more. What are you doing for the holidays? What is something that you're looking forward to in the new year? What is a goal that you have in mind outside of work? Like setting intentions are important so that you can set the guidelines for what you hope for in the conversation and show that you maybe have a, vulnerability and empathy in your leadership qualities.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And finally, if there's an Improve It peep listening today who could give their team one gift, just one gift this holiday season, would it be the gift of time or what would it be?
For our Improve It team?
Or no, if somebody listening today is like, what is one thing I could give my team? What would it be? Yeah. Would it be this gift of time?
Yeah, no, I've been looking on Amazon for a couple ideas.
Everybody's getting $1 million check with a puppy.
Honestly, at the end of the day, I think, yes, the gift of time, but also I think just positivity is where we're at right now. Like, what could you give that's positive? Written words mean a lot to me personally. So when someone takes some time to write a letter and write down exactly how they've been feeling or been saying, like, you did an amazing job this year. It really has meant a lot when you did this. Name like a couple things that they did this year that you're proud of. Just having that actual piece of paper and this note that just is something, a momentum that I can hold on to and just shows me how much I'm appreciated. I think that's one way without spending a lot of money that you can show that you've noticed, that you took the time, and that you're giving something that they can hold on to and that they can share with their friends and family saying, look, this is what I did. And isn't this so amazing that my boss noticed?
I love this. The whole reason that this Minisode exists is for you to just give me ideas to get for you and the team this holiday season.
Okay, and the other thing is like the thing I've been thinking about the most is like I really want a walking treadmill because I think it would be helpful for working. So I think it would actually like push me out of my comfort zone.
Oh God! All right. Well, we'll look into that. We'll call Peloton, see what else they can deliver.
Yeah, it's only $3,000.
Oh my God! Yeah, no big deal. No big deal. It's coming with the $1 million check that everyone is also getting this year.
Yes.
But no, I wanted you to come on the show. I wanted the Improve It peeps to just hear the amazingness that is Cristy Mercier and to get some ideas flowing for your own team. So if you're stuck with a low budget or you don't have a budget, or if you just want to be thoughtful and creative in a different way, I think we've nailed it. The gift of time, handwritten notes, cards, and telling people, sharing that abundance with them is so important. And also, if you have $1 million that you want to send them, go right ahead. But also these things really do matter and they really do make a difference. So Cristy Mercier, thanks for coming on the Improve It Pod.
Thank you for having me.
And everyone else, keep failing, keep improving, because the world needs that very special it that only you can bring.
Oh,
I just looked at Cristy directly in the eyes when I said that. Okay, see you next time. Hey friend, did you enjoy today's show? If so, head on over to iTunes to rate and subscribe so you never miss an episode. Now, did I mention that when you leave a 5-star review of the Improve It podcast, an actual team of humans does a happy dance? That's right. So leave a review for us on iTunes, screenshot it, and send me an email at info@learntoimproveit.com. I'll send you a personalized video back as a thank you. Thanks so much for listening. Improve It, peeps. I'll see you next Wednesday.